What's stopping you from being a nurse? What's stopping you? Let me know. Let me know. Put it in the comments. What is stopping you from being a nurse? Because I got to tell you something. There really isn't too much stopping you, but you. Yep. There's not too much stopping you. Since we're doing this live, I'm gonna let a few of y'all come through real quick. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. But there's really nothing stopping you from becoming a nurse with the exception of yourself. And of course, there's always exceptions. There's always like, oh, well, I have this going on. I have this problem. I have that problem. There's always exceptions, right? Now, of course, if you physically can't do it, then yeah, that's stopping you. But as far as like your circumstances, like finances, time, all of that, I feel like, in my opinion, there's ways around it. There's ways around it, dang it. There's ways around it. Now, let me tell you my background real quick. So, y'all know I started off as a CNA, then I became an LPN, then I became an RN. And for me, I had a lot of school debt that I owed to school. It wasn't student, well, I had student loans too. But it was school debt that I owed to the actual school, like tuition. And they were not releasing my transcripts. So I really could not go to any school that required transcripts to be transferred because they weren't releasing it. And I was just like, how am I going to go to school? Like, how is it going to be possible? A friend at work told me about a LPN program, and I was like, okay, I looked into it. I did not have a GED. If y'all been watching me, y'all know I didn't have a GED. I could have been like, well, I ain't got my GED. I can't do it. Child, went and I got that GED. I went and I got that GED. I drove an hour away from where I live because there was no more testing sites. It was the end of November, going into the holiday season. It wasn't even going to be called the GED no more. It was going to be called the HiSET. And I went ahead and found the location closest to me, which was about an hour away in Jefferson County in Missouri. And I drove there, not once but twice, because it's like 5 tests, I think, different subjects you have to take. And I didn't want to do all the subjects on one day, so I had to go out there twice before work. I had to drive out there before work, do this exam, and then go to my job. So I did that. I got my GED. Then I went ahead, applied for the school. Didn't even have really the money to apply for the school. Thank God my parents finally came through. No, let me stop. They did something for me. No, they came through. They gave me some money to pay for my exams and to pay for what did I have to do? I had to get like a background check and like not fingerprints. We didn't have to do fingerprints yet. But all the little drug tests, all of that. So did that, got into the LPN program. That program that I went into did not need transcripts, so I was able to do it, right? But I could have just been like, I can't get my transcripts from this school. I don't have money to pay it. I'm not even going to entertain this idea of becoming a nurse. And I could have just did that. I honestly could have. But I do believe that if it's something that you want to do and you actually, it sounds so corny, but it's true, y'all. Like, it's real. Like, all this stuff that they told us as kids is real. Okay? Like, put your mind to something and you're going to be able to accomplish it. I do believe that. I feel like God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call this energy that's bigger than us, is going to conspire for you to be able to accomplish what you want. But it takes for you to actually believe that it's possible and stop creating limitations on yourself as to how you're not going to be able to do it. And I really feel like this is the case for me because even when I got my LPN, I still owed that school money. Even though my LPN program, they did not require transcripts, I still went ahead, got through it, got my LPN, but I still needed to get my transcripts from the school that I owed money to that was holding my transcripts hostage. I still needed to get those transcripts to go to an RN program. So I was just like, okay, well, I could either pay them, I think it was like $11,000. Did not have the money, right? And So I either pay them or I can. And I was so stressed, y'all. When I tell you that debt that I had, it was just like, what is it called? An anvil just over my head. It was just something over my head that was stopping me from wanting to, like, it just felt like this huge weight, right? Like this just huge thing that was always there, and it just kept stopping me. I just kept feeling like I can't do nothing in my life because I got all this dang on debt to this school and they hold my transcripts. So I did not know how we was gonna pay this money off. I didn't know. But I'll start looking into RN programs. I was still looking at RN programs when I was in my LPN program. And I just looked at programs. I saw what the requirements were for like 2 or 3 schools. About three, actually like 3 or 4 schools. I was looking at bachelor programs too. And I went ahead and I just started taking all the prereqs for those classes. I knew that I could pay $300, $400 for a class, especially because I would have to do, what do you call it? They do payment plans when you are going to like community college. I don't know, they probably do it at other schools too, but I was able to get on a payment plan and pay for the school, pay for the prereqs as I went. And that's what I did. And I did prereqs for a long time. I did for 5 years. I got a whole video about it. But yes, I did prereqs for 5 years to get into an RN program. And again, I did not know how I was going to pay that $11,000 bill that needed to be paid to get my transcripts. By the time I had finished everything, I was just like, okay, I finished these transcripts. I tried to get into another school and see if I could finagle some things. And I don't like to do stuff like that's not by the books because I feel like it always comes back to bite you in the ass. And anytime you lie about something or you devious about something, like it always like, I know my conscience, I feel like it doesn't always come back to bite everybody. But if you know, if you feel it in your spirit that you ain't supposed to do it, at least for me, I try not, because I know I'm not going to be able to get away with this. Something's going to happen. Like my mind is going to make something happen because I'm so nervous, right? So I tried to get into a school and not tell them about the debt, not even add that school that I went to on the like list of schools, right? So I applied for this school, and the school ends up like closing. Like the school, they were still letting people do applications and everything, paying for applications, paying for exams. They was letting everybody do it. And then like a month after I tried to get into the school and took the class, took the exam and everything, the school was closed. They still had students in taking classes, and they closed down the school, y'all. They closed down the school. I'm like, that's why I don't do nothing. That's why I shouldn't do nothing sideways. Just do it the way it's supposed to be done. Okay, do it right and in order. Okay, proper. Because the school closed as soon as I tried to apply for it. So that happened, and I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do now? And then I reached out to my mom. She ended up being able to take care of the debt and release my transcripts. I was able to release my transcripts. Now, I've been talking to my mom about this for years. Like, Mama, can you see what you can do? What can you do? Because she was like, I want to file bankruptcy. I know I'm telling folks business, but she was like, I want to file bankruptcy, da da da. I said, and she was like, I'm gonna try to see if I can put your school on there. And she did. She was able to put it on there. She was like, oh, I don't think that they're gonna let me do it because of student loan. I said, Mom, it's not a student loan debt. I know you can't put student loan debt on bankruptcy, but this is tuition owed to the school. Because mind you all, I went to college when I was 16, the first time I went to college. So she was able to put this under her bankruptcy and then, go from there. And it took that away. The school accepted that, and I was able to get my transcripts. I didn't pay $1 to these folks, and I got it. Now, of course, whatever circumstance you're in, but I really do believe that if you actually start to take the steps towards what you want, you're going to get everything you need. It's going to come to you. It's just a person's going to come up, an opportunity. You're going to hear something. You're going to see something. Something's going to come up that's going to put you in the right direction. You might not get there right away. Like I said, it took me 5 years to do my prereqs. You may not get there right away, but you need to first change your mindset. And I think some people, they feel like they're not smart enough. They feel like, oh, how am I going to get somebody to take care and help me with these kids? Or how am I going to even be able to get through it? Or the money or this and the third. Yes, those are real problems. Those are real things. But okay, like everything costs money. You got kids, there's always going to be something you know, that's gonna come up with these kids, child. You can't do nothing because you got kids. Like, you still go to work. You still go to work. So it's just like you find a way because you believe that you can do it and you know that you need to do it, right? And in some cases you want to do it. Some things you want to do that you make time and energy for. And I'm not saying that you don't want nursing enough, but sometimes I do believe that we allow ourselves to get hung up on things that we really don't need to get hung up on. Like, you want to go to school, research some schools, see what you can do. See what you can do in the meantime. If you got kids and you find it harder to dot, take one prereq at a time. Just take one prerequisite at a time. And maybe while you're in school, you hear about a program that offers like childcare, or that offers this or that. I know some people got older kids, so childcare don't matter. But if you got older kids, you can still do it if your kids is older, right? So you the only thing that's stopping you. I really do believe, and also like your belief system as well. But let me go through some of y'all comments. I think some of y'all said, like, Keith said, I'm broke. That's what stopped being broke, is what stopping me. I don't have money for nursing school. Divine by Design says, girl, no. Retaining all that info. Whew. Keith said, I had to pause my CMA program because of finances, but will resume in September. Are you able to, there's like no programs in your area that pays for that? Like, I know like workforce programs, I always talk about this because this is always the stuff that worked in my area. But like what is it called? Workforce something programs. I'm trying to get the best light, and I feel like I look so shiny. I got a tan. I got a nice tan. Like I've been in a cabana somewhere. Okay, but yeah, I just look shiny, I feel like. So yeah, let me relax. So yeah, I know money is a thing for a lot of people. I would say with that, do the research. Do the research and do what you can in the meantime. That's going to help you to get there. But if you can change your mindset, it's going to help you a lot. I really do feel like it opens you up to it. And I think one of the biggest things that stop people is they feel like they can't do it. Like they just don't think they can do it. You know, and I'm not against going into debt to go into nursing school. Now, there's ways to do it. I don't think that you should go straight into a BSN program and do all the BSN prereqs and all of that and pay $50,000-$60,000 for a nursing program. I don't think that that's important. Keith, do you have like any nursing homes in your area that will pay for a cent? Do y'all hear all that screaming? They made my kids. It's somebody's kid outside. Do you have any like nursing homes in your area that will pay for you to get CNA training? That's how I got my CNA training. It's also hospitals that pay for PCT training. Of course, they have like some type of stipulations with it, but there's a way, babe. There's a way, and I do hope that you can get into your program as soon as possible. As soon as possible, because I know how it is when you're like starting off. You don't necessarily have finances to just pay for like something that you know is going to take you to the next level. Like, I know how that feels. I know it. I know how that feels to just not have it and to just be like, how am I going to do this? Like, I don't see a way out of it. So I totally understand that. Let's see. Micro is kicking my butt. Yeah, Brie, I hear you. Micro is one of those things. I took microbiology with chemistry. Was it with chemistry? No. I took microbiology with A&P 1 and 2. So I did my microbiology for the full semester. And then I did an A&P 1 and an A&P 2 within the same semester. So 8 weeks, 8 weeks. Yeah, I would say look at some hospitals and see if they're offering training while you work. They're not. A pay may not be good while you're in training, but it should go up once you get certified. And then you in a hospital, you don't have to worry about being, in a nursing home and stuff like that as a CNA. Now, you don't have to be in a nursing home as a CNA, but more than likely you're going to do long-term care or what is it called? Like home health or something like that. Look, it's resources, y'all. They need people bad. They down bad. The healthcare is down bad. So it's usually something. It's something there. Just look into it. Do your research. Go on like Facebook groups and stuff like that. Start talking to people. Just put it out there that this is what you want. Yeah, I would sit down. I'm gonna look. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Let me show you. I can show you, and I can tell you. Yeah. I would sit down. I wanted this. When I tell you I wanted to be an RN or RN so bad. This is my like manifesting type of book, right? I do scripting in this book back in the day. I got to get back to using this book. I really do. I really do. I really do. I mean, I'm looking at this like your girl was writing. So I am a writer. Like that's one of my things. I write. But let me show y'all what I used to do. I wanted this so freaking bad. This is what I would do, y'all. I would sit here and write. Y'all see that? That's my initial RN. My initial RN. My initial RN. I don't know. It's probably like backwards for y'all. But that's what I would write over and over again. My whole initial, then RN. Because I wanted it so bad. I freaking got a video where I did a vision board. Just one vision board. And I just focused on, I want to become a nurse. I had all my little stuff on there. Y'all, within a month. That's when all the stuff with my mom and her bankruptcy and all of that. That's when I discovered that she actually had already did it. She had filed her bankruptcy like in October. And here it was, I think either January or February. And I was like finally like asking her again for the umpteenth time, like, Mom, did you see what you can do about it? And she was like, oh, I already did the bankruptcy. I'm like, well, why you ain't tell me? She's like, oh yeah, I did it. Here's the information, let me send it to you. A month after I did the vision board, this is what happened. Even though she had actually did it in months before. I could have applied for a program months before that and probably been in that spring program. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen though. But it had already happened. And my mind was just still on, I want to be an RN. I want to be an RN so bad, y'all. I wanted to be an RN so freaking bad. When I tell you I wanted this so bad. I wanted to get over I wanted to just get over this debt that I had with this school so bad because it was something weighing on me. Y'all, I went to college at 16. I still had this debt sitting there well into my 20s or into my 30s. I still had this debt sitting there. And it just felt so heavy, especially because education, I grew up in the 90s, so in early 2000s. So education, they always told us, if you want a better life, you better go to school. So for me, that was my way out. You know, it was my way out of poverty. It was my way out helping my family. My husband was a young couple at the time. That was my way out, was to be educated. I always knew that you needed to do that to get to the next level. Like this video, y'all. So yeah, it was just something that I just hated. I hated, especially because I went to college early. So for me, I was just pissed. I was so mad. I was like, I went to college early. I couldn't finish it because of money. Now here I am trying to further my career, get more out of my life, get out of these nursing homes, and I still can't do it because of money, because of this debt. I was just so pissed. But instead of being upset and just sitting there and groveling and telling everybody all my problems, I got them prereqs done. I got the prereqs because I'm like, I can afford this. I can sacrifice not doing this, not doing that, and pay out of pocket for these prereqs because I was an LPN at the time. And I still had debt for my LPN. Yeah, I did this RN program, paid $0.00. That's why I say you want something, you put your mind to it, you give it to God. Yeah, it's possible. Give it to the universe. Can't put it out there. And I'm very much woo-woo. So like I said, I do scripting. I did my vision board, pray about it. I envision myself. I would sit down on my bed and I would make videos. I would literally just sit down and talk as if I was talking to y'all. I would sit and talk like I was making a video talking about how I got into school, how my debt was taken care of, how I was able to get my transcripts. I would just sit there and talk while I'm driving. I just talk about it like I'm filming a video, pretending that I'm filming a video for y'all and just talking about, oh yeah, I just got accepted into school. I'm so excited. I just can't wait to get ready. I gotta get this done, get that. Like I got my mind and my spirit like prepped and primed for it. And I do honestly believe that it's like, I believe in the power of the spirit. Like I really do, because so many of us as people are in a horrible situation because our minds is all the way messed up. We still focused on stuff that happened in our childhood that's stopping us as adults. You know, you mad or you know, upset or you still distraught about not knowing how to do math back in the day in second grade. Okay. You know, like you so distraught. Like y'all know I didn't learn how to read till I was like in fourth grade, 9 years old. Didn't know how to read. So I could easily have had that mindset, that thing like, oh, something's wrong with me. I can't get past it. I'm just not smart enough. I'm never gonna be able to do it. Get over that, you all. Get over it. Just get over it. You're an adult now. You're an adult now. Okay? Whatever you want to do, it's possible. Like I said, think like how they told us as kids. You can do it, you know, put your mind to it. You can make it happen. Like whatever you want, you can believe it and it's going to be true, you know. Believe it and you can achieve it. Like dream big. Like yeah, that's all still real, y'all. That's still real. That's still a thing. It didn't go away because you became adult. Now it's like even more real because now you have experience, you have all these different things that are there and you're more conscious. But it's as a kid you're so open to it. You have less resistance. But as you get older, you build up that resistance because you've been told no, or because you've made mistakes, or because you tried and you didn't, you know, all the way through, or because you've had setbacks, or because you've had anxiety, fear, other people, situations pop up. It stops you from feeling like or believing that it's possible for you, but it is possible. It is possible. I'm telling you, I didn't know how to read till I was 9. I went to college early, couldn't pay off that school, couldn't even finish that school, had to drop out of college after I had already dropped out of high school to go to college, right? It's like it sounds very made up, but this is exactly what happened. After I had already dropped out of high school to go to college early, I couldn't even finish paying for that college. Had to drop out of there, and then I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna do with my life? Then I got into became a CNA. Just happened. Then I became an LPN. It literally every time somebody suggested it to me, somebody was like, just go get your CNA. You can just come up to my job, try to get hired here. That happened. Then I had, like I told you, I was just talking about with a friend at work, and I was just like, I'm so tired of this. I don't want to keep doing this. She's like, girl, just become an LPN. I was like, what's an LPN? Didn't even know. And she was like, just go become an LPN. Go to Applied Tech. Da 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 da. I looked at it. I needed a GED. Didn't have my GED. Okay, I said, let me go ahead and get my GED. All them years, I didn't have my GED because I dropped out of high school. So from 16 up until 23, till 23, I did not have a GED. Sitting around just waiting for something to happen. Not really having anything like pushing me to want to do it, because I was like, shoot, I can't go to college anyways because I got this debt, so I ain't even gonna do it. But as soon as the opportunity came up, I went ahead. I said, you know, let me get this done. Got it done. Got into the LPN program. After I did the LPN program, sitting around thinking, oh, I still got this debt. Well, you know what? I don't know how this debt going. And I literally remember saying, I don't know how this debt gonna get paid off, but I can still do something in the meantime. And I think some people, when they feel like they don't have the time or they don't have the money, you do feel like you don't have the resources to do something, they let that stop them. But I tell people, like, if you had everything that you think you want right now, would you still actually be able to do it? Or would you still need to do something else? So, for example, I could sit back and say, well, I don't got the money to do it. Say I just had all the money to do it, right? Say I was still an LPN, didn't do any prereqs, nothing. If somebody gave me all the money to go back and get my RN, would I be able to do it right at that moment? No, because I still had to go do my prereqs. So I said, you know what? I might not be able to pay all of this off, but I can do 2 prereqs a semester. I can do that right now. I can do that, and whatever's gonna happen down the line is gonna happen and it happened, y'all. And like I said, I went and I got this RN for free. I have no debt from getting an associate's degree. And y'all know how valuable an RN associate's degree is. Y'all know that you make bank. You make bank, especially here in Missouri. I'll take that back. Missouri is a lower paying state, but I'm definitely not getting low paid. I'm not a low paid nurse anymore. No. It's a low paying state, but if you have some type of experience, you can do PRN, RN. Like after COVID, it changed everything. Like people are paying money now, even in lower paying states. I don't know about Mississippi and Florida because they really ain't paying nobody nothing in Mississippi and Florida. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Are they paying anything in these states? Because I don't think they is. But for me, living in the Midwest, I get paid a good amount of money and I don't work a lot. I work 8 days a week. All my bills are paid. Granted, I'm married too, but our bills are paid. You know, we're doing our thing. And I got that degree for $0.00. In fact, I told y'all before, they paid me because it was during COVID. So they was paying us grants and stuff like that. They paid us money just to go get the vaccine. Didn't want to do it, but y'all know how it is. But yeah, it's possible. I think if you get yourself out of your mind, you're gonna be in a better position. Y'all, somebody put a comment real quick because I've done lives recently and I thought that it was still doing its thing and it like cut off halfway through the video. So somebody let me know. Just put something. Just say who you with? Who you with? Put something so I know y'all heard. Let's see. Simone says, I'm waiting to get accepted in an RN program. I'm in North Carolina. I completed all my prereqs and just passed my Kaplan with 80%. After 4 tries, you still did. That's what I'm talking about. You still went for it. That's what I'm talking about. That determination. And now that's part of your testimony. Like, that's what I love about, I mean, you don't love it while you're dealing with it. Like, when you're dealing with the things in life that's stopping you, you don't really care for it, right? Like, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But once you actually can look back at what you did, you be like, wow, like that really happened. Like I was really able to do that. Like God really had me, you know, like I was really protected during that time, or I was really being guided through that time. And I stuck with it. And when you know that there's something in your life that you've been able to accomplish, I feel like you need to apply that to everything in your life. Everything in your life. If you know you was able to, I don't know, whatever something you went through, any adversity that you went through, and you know you were able to accomplish it, apply that to any part of your life. So like with nursing, I could say, okay, I was able to go through nursing school not once but twice, pass NCLEX not once but twice. Your girl can lose 20 pounds. I can lose 20 pounds. Like I done went to somebody nursing school twice. I didn't pass the NCLEX. I can lose 20 pounds. I can hold off on the eating and get my steps in. I can do that. That's possible. So once you start to realize that you've already accomplished some hard things. Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know y'all heard. Once you know that you are able to accomplish things, then just use that towards every other part of your life. Use that towards nursing. Don't let it stop with, oh, I was able to do this really hard thing that I didn't think I was going to be able to accomplish. But, you know, don't think, oh, well, just because I did that doesn't mean I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that. No, if you could do it, you can do it again. What's that song? If you did it before, you can do it again. Like, literally, like, if you were able to get through something in your life once, you can get through something else again, or you can get through something else, even if it's totally different. And honestly, I talked about this in another video, but I think it cut off. I really feel like you got through childhood. Do you know how hard it is to get through childhood, even just to get through infancy? Like the fact that we got through our childhood and we're here as functioning adults is mind blowing, because when I look back on things that I went through in my adolescence, I'm like, man, I'm here. I made it. I went through homelessness, all of that. Like, I made it. And that's why I think, like, if you went through some trying times in your life, you can go through this. And this is going to catapult you. This is going to put you in a different position. Now, I know some people, this might be like your second career. Some people go into nursing, they're already making money, you know. They're already making bank. But they always wanted to be a nurse and they want to try it out. It's not everybody, but hey, right? So it'll put you in a different atmosphere. Some people, nursing is actually a pay cut for them, right? But for some people, nursing will change your life. It will change your life. So I would say don't allow money, lack of resources, insecurities stop you from pursuing this, what you feel called to do. Because there is help, there are resources, y'all, there are. And I know for me, the way that I tend to get, the way that, like, God talks to me or spirit talks to me for real is through other people. And you see it. People will tell you, you have to just, you got to open yourself up and listen to what people are telling you. I remember I was in a nursing home and I had a patient, one of my favorite patients, y'all. I miss her. Oh. And she was this little Jewish lady. I miss her, and I was just. She's like, "You need to go back to school." It's like, "I can't. I owe this school. I have all this debt. I can't do it." She's like, "You can do it, Brandy. People are willing to help you. There's help out there, Brandy." And I was thinking, like, "Girl, ain't no help. Like, I can't go. I can't do it. Like, I just can't. I just can't." That's what I was thinking. Like, I can't. She's like, "No, you can do it. I know you can do it. There's resources. You just need to look into it." And then shortly after that, I just was venting, like I said, to a coworker, and she was like, "Try this school out." And I could have been like, "Yeah, I might," and brushed it off. But no, me being me, because I knew I wanted something different. I wanted to get out of my circumstance, so I did the research. And I think that's another thing. If you too many people will complain and act like they're just complete victims in life and be like, "Oh, I don't like this, I don't like," and then people get them suggestions, people try to get them encouraged. Okay, well then you don't want anything to change. You don't want shit to change in your life. If you're gonna always come with a rebuttal, then don't come talk to me. Like, I'm one of them people, child. Like, look, I'm trying to give you some help. If you don't see, I'm trying to give you some icing on the cake. I'm trying to give you a little sprinkle in your life, a little glitter, a little glimmer, a little shimmer of hope. If you don't want to get it, then just go on somewhere. You don't want me to don't talk to me, child. I'm trying to give you advice. Coming from somebody who, has gone through certain things and had to overcome certain things, especially with my education, y'all. That's like probably the part of my life where I feel like I've had the most adversity is education. And probably a lot of us have, because the education system is crappy. Let me see. You said, "Let me do this." I just get bored too quick and give up because I get bored, laugh out loud. I mean, I get the boredom part. I think for me, like, I know, I never thought that I would be a nurse. So it wasn't like I had to start working in the field and seeing, like, okay, I could do this. It wasn't, even when I was like going for nursing, it wasn't something that I even, like, even as I was in school, I was like, okay, I'll be a nurse. And it turns out I graduated valedictorian. I was like, okay, I'll be a nurse. Like, this is cool. Like, I just figured, like, I'm in healthcare. I'm already doing it. I really don't know what else to do right now. May as well do this because it's gonna pay me more money, and I'm not trying to leave healthcare right now. I don't know what else I want to do right now, and it's good money, so let me do it. And the rest is history, right? The rest is history. But I do think, like, working in the field and getting the idea, because I do like being around people, and I actually did like helping people. So that's what brought me to it. I was like, I do actually like helping people. I don't mind doing this. I don't mind taking care of people. I have like what they call a spirit of service, something like that. I don't know. But just like I have that in me. So it fit. But even when I was in school, I was like, okay, I didn't it was times when the teacher would say, it was like towards the end of the school year, and she was like, she said something, and you would have to do this, and I was like, the nurses got to do that? She was like, yeah, the nurses have to do that. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't know we had to do that. She's like, yeah, you need to. I think it was like lab. She's like, you got to let the doctors know what the labs. I'm like, they can't look at the labs themselves. Like, why do we have to convey this information to them? But she's like, yeah, you need to report lab, like lab results to the doctor. I was like, oh, okay. I went through all nursing school, did not know that was a thing. I didn't know we had to do that. I mean, we had to know what labs, what the abnormals were, what the normal range was, but I didn't think we had to report it to the doctor. Like, they see the same screen I see, don't they? Like, anyway. But then you realize, okay, these doctors be having like 100+ patients. So yeah, they need for you to be the nurse and let them know what's going on. Let's see. You said you get bored. I just feel like then maybe you're just not passionate about it. Maybe it's just not really an interest, and that's okay. You gotta find something else. But you said LPN first or straight RN. I get paid 20 an hour, and already as a patient tech. So I'm like, isn't that what LPN makes already? Sure, I don't know where you at, but $20 as an LPN, I wouldn't. The last time I was making $20 as an LPN was as a nurse, I should just say, just in general as a nurse, was 2019, maybe 2019. Was it that 2019? Yeah, 2019 maybe. So at least 6 years. And then the last amount that I need to do a video about this, but the last amount that I was getting paid as an LPN was like closer to 30 something, like 39, sometimes 40 an hour, but like around 37, 39 an hour. And that was that was probably like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was making about $39 an hour as an LPN working agency. So you can definitely make more. I don't know what area you're in though. Right now, I feel like in my area, LPNs can probably start off at like 30, 28, $30 an hour as like a regular, not agency, but just like a regular, like working in a nursing home or working in, I don't know about the hospital because the hospitals will be trying to nickel and dime you. But in nursing home, and you can get a sign-on bonus. And that's one of the things too that I feel like stop people is they feel like, well, if I'm already making a good amount now, I'm probably not gonna make that much, once I go to the next level. Especially if you've been doing what you're doing for a long time, you're probably gonna feel like you're not gonna be able to make that much money. I came across that when I was an LPN, going for my RN, trying to get better lighting, going for my RN. It was one point while I was in school, and I was like, I'm not even about to make no money for real. I'm not about to make like too much more than because like I said, I was making a decent amount as an LPN. And in my area, 39, 37, $40 an hour as an LPN is good money. As an RN, it's good money in my area. So, what was I saying? So, I really, at some point, I was like, I'm probably going to be making less as a new grad RN than what I'm making now as an LPN. But you got to think about time. Just like how your pay went up over time as a CNA or a patient care center, even as an LPN, it goes up over time. That RN money gonna go up over time too. The LPN money gonna go up over time. The money's gonna go up, as well as the physical. Do you really see yourself doing the physical work of a CNA for the next 10 years? I don't know how long you're gonna be working, but the next 5 to 10. Do you see yourself doing that type of work? Do you see yourself being in the same work environment? That too, like quality of life. Working 8 days a month. Do y'all know the quality of life? Are you getting it? Like 22 days, I ain't gotta be at work. 22, 23 days out the month, I ain't got to be in nobody job. Is that the right math? Yeah. 22, I got 22 days out the month off. Just think about that. 22 days. Child, I need to write that down so I can get myself to be productive on these 22 days. 22 days. That's what I'm doing my day off, talking to y'all. But I have 22 days, and that's just because I went from LPN to RN. And when I became an RN, I worked in nursing homes as a agency RN. And I was just like, should I even try to go to the hospital? I'm probably not going to get paid that much. Yeah, I was sitting in chair. Look, some just said, go through Indeed. I just went through Indeed and I saw my job that I'm in now. I was like, they literally had it. I need to find a screenshot. They had it broken down how much they was paying for each PRN position. They was like, PRN 1, you get paid this amount, and we expect you to work however many days a month. PRN 2, you get this, and the highest one, I was like, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I was like, I could work. I can commit to the time that they're telling me to commit to, so I can get that. And they had to pay, y'all. This is back when they was paying like 70 plus an hour. Now, since then, they've gone down, but I still got opportunities to make more money, like bonuses and stuff. So, yeah. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. I probably won't even make that money if I leave the nursing home because of Don't let your mind get to you. There's opportunities. As long as you keep your mind open, you will receive. You will receive what you want. Trust me, it's out there. Whatever you want is, but you can't let your thoughts stop you. You can't let that stop you. Because once you know what you want, when I'm telling you, it comes to you. It comes to you. But once you start to let yourself be like, and then you start telling too many people and they put in their input and they add all they to, why you want to do LPN? They don't even, why you want to do RN? Don't nobody want to be taking care of these people. I don't want want to do bedside nursing no more. Trust me, you'll get tired. You know, nobody want to be a nurse. All they do is do look, we doing good over here. We doing good as far as time. Like somebody said, time is a luxury. Megan said it right. Girl, that's good. Time is a luxury. Especially my kids are younger. You know, my husband's in school too. So being able to be with him in the morning before he go to work and while he's studying for school, I can make him some breakfast. You know, I don't do it every morning. I try to be a good wife a few times out the week. Make him his breakfast, make him his dinner, all of that. You know, I have time. I can, if something happened in my kids' school, I can go to their school and take care of it. I can volunteer at their school. I can go on little field trips at their school. I can do little projects. I can help them with their homework. Like, I have time. I can sit here and do this video with y'all. I can go, you know, do all of the stuff that needs to be done. Now, some of them, I don't want to do it. I don't even want to do all of it. But I can do it. It's there for me. And if I wanted to, I can go work some more. I can be making a lot of money right now, to be honest. Like, I could be making a lot of money. It's coming, but I don't want to work bedside like that. Like, I could be laying on the clock making bank right now, but it's just, that's not where I'm at. I'm all about the soft nurse life and focus and putting our energy into other things. But it's possible, y'all. It's all possible. Open your mind up to it. It sounds very woo-woo, but you have to make up your mind, because it's just like if you ask somebody what they want and they're like, I mean, I could do that. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Is it okay, or do you want it? I mean, I couldn't. I could. Okay, well, I'm going to let you decide what you want. And when you're ready, let me know. That's exactly what it is when you wavering and trying to, you know, duck and dodge your desires. That's what's happening. That's the energy that's happening. Like, it's all energetic. Like, that's what's happening. So decide what you want. Make it plain. Make it simple. I'll write it down. Y'all see, I wrote it down. Yeah, I wrote that B. Holtz RN in here. And indeed, I've been an RN since, when I became an RN? 2020. 2021, 2022, 2022. You see it? You see the RN. And then it says, bish. I don't even know if y'all can see this. See, that's what I'm talking about. It says, in my handwriting, but all expenses for school are, does it say are paid? Yes, are paid in full. Thank you now. That's what it says. All expenses are paid in full. Thank you now. I don't even know when I wrote this. Sometimes I don't put dates on stuff. Okay, the page before it says 11/9/19. So this was in November, probably. Yeah, this was probably in November of 2019. And I went ahead and applied and got into my RN program in 2020. Yep, I applied in fall of 2020. I started the program in January of 2021. I graduated May 2022. And this is what I would do. I would sit down. I told y'all what I would do. I would sit down and do all of this scripting. And I just knew it was possible for me. I just knew it. Like, I was looking at RN and BSN programs while I was still in my LPN program, because I was like, you know what, I can do this. I can make this happen. I can do this, and still had all this debt that needed to be paid off. I didn't know how it was going to be paid off, but I just believed that something would happen, and it literally happened. And I freaking forgot I wrote everything is paid for in full now. And what's so crazy? Remember I told y'all that my mom had already did the bankruptcy and everything to take away this debt in October? So she did it in October of 2019. I had no idea. And here I am writing about it in November of 2019. I put all expenses are paid in full now. And it literally was. Like, I don't know, like, I just love stuff like that. It's so exciting. What's up, Veronica from New Jersey? Hey, Nurse B, I've been watching your journey since I became a CNA. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, that's exciting. And you say you just got accepted into a BSN program starting in the fall. Good job, Diana. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Brown skin goddess said, that's what's up. How do you feel about doing nurse internship while I'm in school? I said, go for it. Now, you know, you got to think about your time management, because more than likely you're going to be doing, what do you call it? More than likely you're going to have, what is it called? Hold on, let me tell my kids I can have a bump out real quick. Hold on. Girls, girls, y'all wash y'all plates out. Wash y'all stuff out. Drink some water. That's the last thing I can drink water, and y'all can have a bump out. The little popsicle. Yeah, they call it bomb pop. Make sure y'all wash your dishes first. Drink some water. Wash your dishes and drink some water first. Okay. She said a bomb pop. What's that? Y'all know it's called bomb pop. I know ain't that old. Ain't that what it's called? The little red, white, and blue ones. Yeah, bomb pop. So yeah, I feel like definitely do it. Just make sure, just think about your time, because you're gonna have classes, you're gonna have clinicals that you need to do, and then you gotta turn around and do this nurse internship. But hey, it's a good way to make money. You're getting experience on the floor. You're seeing other nurses. Just keep in mind, I worked with a nurse intern, or they call it a nurse intern when I first started off in the hospital. And you all, the training, they do not really train you. They might have you, now, of course, every situation is different, but at least in this situation, I felt the girl was going through a nightmare. She had somebody new every single night, and it's like they didn't really want to train her. Nobody really knew what she knew how to do, and they would just kind of throw her around. And anytime there was like, I just felt like it was not the best of vibes. And in nursing, sometimes when they feel like you're weak, and if you are a nurse intern, you're not necessarily weak, but you're new. And some nurses are assholes. They're mean girls. They're mean boys. And they bullies. And it's just like they don't really try to give you what you need to be able to be successful sometimes. So if you are in that position, just try to remain positive, be upbeat, always be willing to help, always be on your P's and Q's. Don't sit back and, you know, call lights going off, you just sitting back like nobody's telling me to answer, so I'm not gonna. No, be one of them people that get up and do stuff, because any little sign that they see of you being lazy, or oh well, they don't have to get up and go about them, they're gonna just like complain about you, like, oh, what is she even doing, what is he even doing? And it's just like, damn, I'm not even done with school. Like, child, I'm still trying to finish HESI. I'm still trying to pass this damn HESI. I'm still trying to do ATI. Shit. We still in pharmacology right now. Like, I don't know. I'm just here. You help me. But I'm about to say, it's just as bitter. Like, some people are bitter and mean. But I don't want that to discourage you. But just got to put on your big girl panties sometimes with these people, because they are rough. And I just, from that experience with her, I feel like they was just rough. And I was already a new RN. To me, it's like a new nurse, right? I was already a new RN trying to get my own footing in the hospital setting. It was my first time being in a hospital setting. Like, so I felt like I really tried my best to be there for her. But people are mean. People are fucking mean. Like, I hate how they did that, girl. People are mean. But anywho, I'm gonna answer for your questions. Then me and the girls are about to go. We about to watch a movie. We were trying to figure out a movie to watch. I think we're gonna watch Finding Nemo, because we haven't watched Finding Nemo in a minute. We was talking about it. We was discussing what we want to watch, and we landed on Finding Nemo, so we're gonna watch that tonight. You said good talk, motivation. Starting nursing school in August. Whoop, whoop. You took the T's 3 times. 50. That's gone, Kimberly. You say you took the T's 3 times, and you 54 years old. That's what I'm talking. This will be my 2nd degree. Thank you for all you do, Nurse B. Gone, Kimberly. Thank you. Thank you. This was a testimony. Like, we go through this stuff so that we can be the light for somebody else, y'all. I ain't about to get on my soap, but I ain't about to get on this soapbox, but for real, y'all, like, there's a reason why we go through the things we go through. It's not always for you. It's not always for you, because the pain and the suffering you go through can help hundreds of people, thousands of people. The stuff that you're going through right now could motivate somebody you don't even know, you never see ever in your life, what you're going through. That's what one of the cool things about, you know, social media and the internet and all that, is that like you really can see so many people like doing all these like things that everyday people do, and it's just like to spark something in you. And people need people. People really do need people. So you go, Kimberly. That's awesome. Don't give up. And she said it's her second career. Don't give up. If you something you want, do it. You will be able to accomplish it if you actually want it. You have to keep showing up consistently and actually believe that it's possible. Megan said, wow, this is timely. I was just talking to somebody about specialties, and I feel like I'm at a crossroads. I don't want to settle for less. LPN student. I heard that. I used to tell her, I'm like, I don't want to settle for less. And she'd be like, well, why settle? Well, she does have way of words. She's like, why settle? But at some point, you just gotta live life. Brittany Forrest said, that's what I'm afraid of, not learning anything and feeling like I'm in the way. No, see, that's, and it's like some programs are really good, you know, and it's just like some people, if they see that people are just mean, honestly. People are mean. It's like you can't be too cocky because then they feel like, oh, you can't tell her anything. She thinks she knows everything. She thinks da 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 da. She won't listen to you. But then if you're too like meek and just like, oh, then they're like, oh, this girl, she's unteachable. Like you can't. She just has no get up and go. Like she doesn't da 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 da. But what do you expect when this person has 5 or 6 different nurses showing them different things? Every night it's a new nurse. Every night. And usually these nurses don't want a student with them. They don't want a student. Who wants somebody walking behind them all night? If you just come into your shift, now you probably come into your shift like, okay, I'm finna get this done. Everybody finna get everything they need by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. And then I'm sitting my ass down. Like sometimes you be having it in your mind, right? Of course, it never happens, right? But you be thinking like, I'm finna get all this done, knock everything, do all my assessments, and I'm sitting my butt down. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Then you realize you got a student nurse. She's like, God dang it, everything gonna take me an hour longer than I thought it would. Okay, come on. Some people don't have the heart to teach, or they don't have the patience for anybody. Maybe nobody taught them. Maybe they had a mean nurse. Maybe they just whatever. So I definitely don't want you to be discouraged. Just keep that in mind. But you could have an amazing situation. Like it could be totally different. It definitely could be. But just keep that in mind. Also think about your time, because it's a lot of time. You work in there at that job. Then you got to go do clinicals. Then you got to go to school. And then some people, they act funny. Like you, I feel like if you're in between patients and you're not really doing too much, yeah, be at the desk going through your flashcards, you know, looking at your little charts, look at your PowerPoints, you know, have a little look. Now, you might not want to have a whole setup. I would. Now, let me stop. You might not want to have a whole setup, but you might want to be able to take some flashcards, take some concept maps, something like that you got, and look through it while you're at work. But some people be like, she's studying. And you be like, this is a nursing student. They be wanting to tell like, how petty are you? How miserable are you that you want to pick on a nursing student? You've been a nurse for 10 plus years and you want to pick on somebody who's not even a nurse yet. They haven't even completed the course that they in yet. And you, child, but it may not be the circumstance of you. It could totally be totally different, y'all. It really could. It really could. But they are mean. You said I work in a local hospital. Nurses and CNAs are mean. See, yeah, maybe go to a different hospital. Yeah, like people suck. Some people really do suck. And it's just like you gotta just have that attitude. Like I'm gonna get in here and do what I gotta do. Don't tell all your business. Don't be too friendly. Don't be too standoffish. You know, but just get them just a little bit enough. But let them know with you. And that's something I had to learn. I had to learn that energy of just don't. And I'm not really like a person that's like a mean girl, like don't mess with me. I don't really have that like exterior, I don't think. But, you know, I'm also gonna try to show that like, okay, you just can't walk all over me. But I've also been a nurse forever, so I think I just got that in there. But yeah, some people, they just don't have the heart to teach. They just don't have an in them. But some people really do. Some people are so open like me. Like if I had a student, I'll do what I gotta do, because it's like, you new to this. Like, I can be nice to you and, you know, help you through this for the next 12 hours. I can do that. Why not? You helping me. In a lot of instances, the student nurses be helping. They be helping you. When I tell you, especially when I was starting off as a new RN, it was nice where I was drowning. Like, I had so much work, and that dang on student nurse, she was doing stuff for me. She was making it work. She was answering call lights. She was coming, oh, this person said this, and I was like, okay, can you just do this for them? Okay, I'll do it. Like, she was there for me, and I'll be like, thank you so much. You helped me get through this night. Like, that's how I feel. Like, we made it. We did it. Come on, girl. Like, we made it happen. But just have a positive attitude, you know. Try not. I remember my husband, when I first started off, he was like, I would be so mad at myself and be like, I just feel like I just don't know certain stuff. I feel so slow sometimes. He said, just whatever you do, don't keep asking for the same thing. Like, don't keep asking the same questions. Don't keep making the same, you know, like mistakes or whatever. You need to try to get it right like the first or second time, you know. He's like, people get irritated when you keep coming to them with the same stuff because they're like, bruh, didn't I already tell you this? So he's like, don't, you know, try not to do that. He said, just don't do it twice. That's what he said. And I listened to that and I was like, okay, that's good advice. You know, don't feel, because you're going to need help, but just don't be the one that's always like looking for help, child. Like, okay, girl. Then we go over this like two Sundays ago. You should have wrote it down. Damn it, should have wrote it down. But, you know, you got to be patient. Nurses do not be patient. Nurses don't. We burnt out. Folks is burnt out. Okay, yeah, I got to be somebody nerd, mama. I'm about to say I got to be somebody nerd. I got to be somebody, mama. Let me see if I got any more questions. Drop some more questions real quick. Somebody said, okay, here it is. Brown skin goddess said LPN or straight RN. Oh, yeah. So, with you, yeah, we was talking about the pay. Don't get hung up on that, child. Go on Indeed and look at how much they paying RNs. Go on Indeed, look how much they paying. The money is there. How much they paying LPNs. The money is there. You got to think you get a sign-on bonus. You might be able to, even if you get paid $25 as the LPN, okay, that's $5 more a month. I mean, $5 more a month, child. That's $5 more. Even if from where you're at right now to where you're going, you get paid $5 more. How much is that? Siri? No, stop. How much is that, child? Yeah, I don't feel like doing the math. What is it? Let's see. How many hours do people be working? 40 hours? Right? I'm working 40 hours. 250 more. Yeah, 5 times 40. 250. And people work 40 hours a week. Child, that's how long it's been since I worked 40 hours a week. Is it 40 hours a week or paycheck? People work 40 hours a week usually, right? Ooh, yeah, I'm so far removed. People usually work 40 hours. Okay, so yeah, it's 40 hours on one paycheck or 1 week. It's 40 hours a week people usually work, right? So that's $250 more a week. Times 4, that's $1,000 more a month. Okay. Go to school. Go to school and make that money because you open up your opportunities. You open it up. You might not want to do bedside forever. You know, with CNAs, they get burnt out. They get burnt out, especially nowadays. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's been a long time since I worked full time. That's sad. It ain't been that long, girl. But I had to think about it. But people are burnt out. CNAs get burnt out. It's not a lot of CNAs out here. It's not a lot of PCT. It's not PCT. It's patient care. Yeah. It's not a lot of PCT. It's not a lot of CNAs. So people are getting burnt out. People don't want to do it no more. People don't want to do bedside. So I feel like get your education. If you're in the opportunity to get your education, do it. That way, even if you decide to leave healthcare, you want to kind of do healthcare a little bit like me. I could easily, I don't want to say easily. I'm a claimant. I could easily, I am doing it. Have a job and then also have something else you're doing too, right? You can work less hours and, you know, free up your time. And then when you're not doing, I definitely say if you're seeing that, you need to go to the nurse route. Now, LPN to RN, some people may not want to do it. I feel like it's worth it. But CNA to LPN, you definitely need to do it. If you want to go that step, do it. Because the pay is going to be different. The type of work is going to be different. And the type of work, the working environment, you may not even have to do bedside nursing as LPNs. There's still jobs out here that LPNs can do that's not bedside nursing. Now the pay, because bedside is where the money resides, right? So the pay may not be there, or you might have to finagle some things. But again, we don't know. Like, I did not know that this opportunity was here at this job. I had no idea. Here I've been here for 2 years. I had no idea that this opportunity was here for me. Had I just been like, oh, I'm not gonna make any money as a bedside RN in a hospital, let me just not even do it. You don't know what's there for you. So if you feel compelled, you need to take the next step. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Let me answer a few more of your questions. If you're worried about the cost, do the research. If you could do prereqs at a community college, do that before going into like a BSN program, or even before going into an RN program. If the RN program is not with a community college, you need to look at doing your prereqs at a community college, transferring those credits to another school. You will save thousands of dollars. I love community college for everybody. I love community. I can't wait to have some money to donate, child. Can I get a bench? How much I gotta donate to get a bench? The Nurse B bench, okay? I'll take what else can I get? I'll take a bench, a water fountain. What else can I donate? Not the bench, a tree. I'll donate a tree. Y'all don't need trees. Okay, let me think. Yeah, bench. I'll donate it. Yeah, the benches are always, a little little area, a little mini park at the school. Okay, a little meditation room. I'll donate that. I can't wait because community college, man, for the win. Community college all the way. So much more for. They work with you so much. Them teachers actually care. They be having so many resources at these freaking community colleges. They help pay for my child care. Yeah, community college all the way. You said, yes, I'm burnt out. Can you read my other comment too before you go? Blah, blah. It's after that comment. I thought I read it. What did it say? Hold on, let me see what you said. Okay, is this the one? Wait, was it Brown Goddess that I was looking at? Okay, you said all day is a good amount. A manager of mine told me I won't be able to work anymore as an LPN. I'm like, so why do they exist still in the hospital in North Chicago? Just moved in. What they saying that they don't have you in a shy, honey, right next to me. I was thinking about moving to Illinois. That's just a little side piece, child. It's a side piece. But is that what the comments you're talking about, child? They've been talking about LPNs is leaving since the coming of Jesus, child. They've been talking about it since forever. I think like the 80s. And they're not going anywhere. More and more hospitals are accepting LPNs right now. The money, remember when they was talking about the baby boomers and it being like, oh, we're gonna have so many people in nursing homes. It's here. The baby boomers have boomed. They're here. And some of the younger baby boomers are in hospital or in nursing homes. 50s and 60-year-olds are in nursing homes. And hell, the way it's going right now with overweight and obesity rates, more and more young people gonna be in nursing homes because they can't take care of themselves. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. So trust and believe they need nurses. We don't know what's gonna happen with these BBLs, child. We don't know those Ozempics. We don't know what's gonna happen to these folks that's doing this. Damn it. Okay, so we don't know what's gonna happen in healthcare. Okay. Because people is getting sick. They need us. They need us. So you better be stable. You better keep yourself together, nurses, because they need us. Okay, you said what? Your light bulb comment. What did you say? Light bulb. Keith, I didn't see nothing. Let me see. Let me go back. I should have my laptop in front of me so I can see this better. What about AIDS? You said Nurse B, I caught you. AEC. Okay, light bulb. I thought I read this. I saw it, but I didn't read it. I'm sorry. So you said, I'm going to list out the hospitals in the area I'm interested in and ask if they could train me as a PCT, or would you think I should structure? How would you go? Just look on like Indeed and look at PCT, look at CNA, and see if they have like training in your area. Or you could just kind of, like you said, contact like a recruiter at a hospital in your area. Just email them real quick and be like, hey, do you all have any PCT training coming up? I'm really interested. But usually they will have it, like it's a job listing. It's just a regular job that they'll have up for you. And I think the training is a few weeks. And then they may require you to work there for a little bit to like pay for the program. In a way, like your time being there pays for it. But yeah, and then before you know it, you could do that. And if you want to go further for nursing, have them pay for your nursing. Yeah. It's possible. There's a way, Keith. Let me know how it go. Any more questions y'all got? Let me know. I gotta go be somebody's mama child. My kids are being real patient with me. You said, girl, Ozempic is everywhere. Yes. Everyone doing it at my shop. No, don't do it, y'all. There's so many people that have stomach issues from that, and you have to be on that for the rest of your life. Unless you learn the skill of saying no to food, you will be on these drugs for the rest of your life. And trust me, I've seen patients with GI problems from Ozempic. I had a patient say, I took it, I lost 30 pounds. And she said, I just kept having all these side effects. I should have asked her what the side effects was. But she said, I had all these side effects. And, then I had to get off and I gained all that weight back and then some. And I'm just like, oh man. Because it's messed up. Because, of course, it stops it makes you more satiated, right? It makes you feel more full. It's harder for you to get, eat so much food. But it's like we need to learn the discipline of not eating. The discipline of listening to your body when you're full. And I'm going to talk because I'm passionate about this. Now, my passion now is weight loss. My passion now is taking care of your health. Like, dead. It's too many things have been opened up to my eyes about the healthcare in America. And it's like we knew it. We knew that adults are obese. We know babies are obese, y'all. 6-year-olds out here out of breath. Literally out of breath, trying to go from one class to the next, and you 6 years old. I don't see why people don't care about this. Like, how can you not care about kids? Do you understand what that life gonna be like for that child? Do you understand that? Like, how hard life gonna be for a baby? You only 6, and you're obese. 7 obese, 12 obese. People, you gonna be 20 years old telling me I've been obese, overweight for the past 15 years. Do you understand what that do to your skin? Even if they lose the weight, they're gonna have all this loose skin, stretch. Like, oh, child, I can keep talking because I think it's so sad. It's devastating. It's so sad. And it's all because the food industry and us as human beings, we need to realize that they don't care about us. We have to care. In healthcare, don't even care about us. Healthcare could care less about us. It's up to us to care about ourselves. But child, I'm gonna get off that soapbox, child. Time to get off this damn soap. Let me drink my water. But it's just so sad. I remember before I became a nurse, I was so into like nutrition and things like that, and I got away from it. But now, as myself as an adult, I'm like, girl, you need to lose this extra weight. You need to actually do it the right way and really look at how you can change your relationship with food and say no. Say no. Don't do the emotional eating. Even when my kid, they're like, I like drink some water. Drink some water. My kid, fruit, pretzels, they do be having little chips like for lunch and all that. But fruits and water, okay, like they had a frozen fruit. They love their little frozen fruit, some pretzels, peanut butter, apples. Like we that's that. And if you drink some more water, mommy, can I get seconds? Drink some water. Wait a little bit. Drink some water. Put the tablet down. No, we're not looking at the tablet. Eat that food and right there. Let's sit down and talk. We'll sit down and talk and eat sometimes. I'll be like, let's do that because it's just so sad. These kids, it's just horrible. It's sad. It's just sad. It's really sad, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of that, child, because people don't want to hear that. Because most people are overweight or obese, so they don't want to hear about it. It's not a problem, but y'all, it's a freaking problem. It's a freaking problem, and it's a problem. Dang it. I don't coach nurses. Like, can you do it? No, I can't. And yell at me. You said, can I call and yell at you? You said Beans Bakehouse. No, I don't really do like coaching. I wouldn't really even know what to do, honestly. Like, this is all I can tell you is you can do it. That's all I can say. You can do it. Put your back into it. You said sips water, laugh like, yeah. But yes, I feel bad when my kids ask for McDonald's and I give it to them and I think about what you said and then I be saying no and then get mad at me because we don't eat out. Yeah. But my kids, like, they don't eat meat. My kids are plant-based, so, child, I don't know. When the last time you went to guys to get some fast food? Girl, it's been forever. I know for me, I haven't had fast food. I did 75 hard last year. It's like this like mental toughness program, and I stopped eating fast food, and since then I never went back to it. I stopped eating chips. I never went back to it. And you don't have to stop things, right? Everything, like people say moderation and all that. I just know me, especially since I had an ED at a young age. Like I had binging and purging eating disorder. So for me, like I'd rather not go down that road because the food is made to make you be so like you just want it. So I just be tell like I can't go down that road because it's too much. It's like it requires too much willpower. But maybe once a month. Like they say fast food like once a month is not bad, you know, but it's expensive too. Child, this stuff is expensive. But everything you can always find ways. You know, we do walks. We try hard now, but my kids been taking swimming lessons. I take swimming lessons too, so that's been fun, like a way to stay active. I just teach them like we're taking care of our body. Like we gotta take care of our body. Our body can take care of us, but we gotta take care of our body. Our body needs to be healthy. Like we gotta do it. So yeah, but kids don't deserve that. Like I just feel like kids don't deserve to go through life overweight. Who wants to be overweight? Who wants to be obese? Like that's it's too much for the babies. I just feel so sad because you just be seeing some kids sometimes and you can just tell that it's just so hard for them just to walk. And I be like, how do y'all, like, is nobody seeing this? Like, nobody gives a damn? And I guess because, like, usually, like, overweight parents or obese parents, usually your kids more than likely will probably be overweight or obese or eventually might get there because of the eating habits. And it's just like, it's just education. It's just changing your mindset, looking at reading the labels, counting calories. It's not toxic to do that, y'all. Like, come on now. Crumble cookies is 1,000 calories per fucking cookie. Like, yeah, we need to count calories. Like, I'm gonna get off this soapbox. I didn't went on a whole other mission, but that's my next call. And child, we need to be healthy. We need to really think about our health, our mental and physical health. I'm gonna give me a popsicle though. I'm about to give me a bump pop. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I really appreciate y'all talking to me and like us having a conversation. I love you all so much, and I want this for everybody. If you feel compelled to go into nursing, don't let your circumstances, like, you don't make your circumstances like stop you, right? Don't let your mindset stop you. Open yourself up, pray about it. If you believe in prayer, pray about it. Write it down. Write down what you want for your life. Speak it out there. Put it out there. But sometimes don't tell people about it because people be hating on folks because they have limiting beliefs, so they put their limiting beliefs on you. So sometimes keep it close to your chest. Pray about it. Write it down. And you might not be super religious or into spirituality, all that, but do something, child. Do something. We got to do something, child. Go outside, speak to the moon, make it work. But it's possible. Nursing is not rocket science. Like you go to the school, apply for it, do what you got to do, get in, be done. You be done in about a year. LPN programs go like that, and you can make bank. Okay, you can make bank. You said my daughter classmate has a double chin. Oh, see the babies. And I went on a field trip, and it was hard for her. See. It's like I be wondering, like, do the parents see, or do they think, oh, it's just baby weight? No, it's not. It's not. Like, it's not. And kids should not have to go through this. It's so much that already happened to you as a kid that you got to go through. It's too much that happened to children when they think about your childhood. It's too much that happened to these babies for us to add being overweight. Here come my kids. Is that my kids? I don't know. Let me go. Speaking of kids, child, let me go be somebody's mom. But yeah, they probably watching Cherry Pop. Do y'all kids like Cherry? The little Asian girl, Cherry Pop. I told them to stop watching YouTube though, so they probably got off of YouTube. Yeah. When is this mass LPN phase supposed to start? I've been LPN for 8 months, and the man is hiring now. It is. Child, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. I love you all so much. Let me know what y'all liked about this video in the comments section down below. Share my content with people. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos y'all want to see. And good luck to everybody out there. Good luck to you, Keith, to Brown Skin Goddess, to Miss Diana, to Candake's Corner, to naturally see. Shout out to Zoe. Why is it less for? Oh, child, Zoe is less CNAs because people don't want to do the work. They don't want to do it. So, child, COVID has made all of us a bit taken aback. It's yeah. Naomi said, I can't work 40 hours a week as a regular. No, nobody needs to do that. You said toxic workplace, burnt out. Yes, agency nursing all the way. It is. Okay, who else? Shout out, shout out, shout out. Kimberly, Simone, Brittany, Ford, Megan, Veronica, Diana, Megan. Who else I heard? Yvette. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, thank you so much, Yvette. You said, oh, I really enjoy all your videos. Thank you so much. Bree Couture. I gotta shout out all of y'all. AEC. Who else on her? I think I got everybody. Stacy. What's up, Stacy? No, I told you that's our plant name is Stacy. Divine by Design, Cynthia, thank you all. I love and appreciate every last one of y'all. I want this win for all of us. Like, becoming a nurse has definitely changed my life. It's helped me to see that, you know, there is value in just being there for people, for showing up for people, being a nice person, being a kind person, and just being something for somebody to have. Like, no, okay, my nurse is gonna be here. She's gonna take care. She's gonna make sure I'm okay tonight. Like, just being that for people is so valuable. And to me, it's like one of the number one things you can do as a human being is to show up for another human being. And you get paid, child. You can get paid. You get paid. And you ain't gotta do bedside nursing. You don't have to do it. You can, you know, do what you gotta do. You can do a little bit of PRN here and then do something else here and you can for sure live your life as a nurse. It is a lifestyle. It is definitely a career, you all. So do it. Don't let yourself be held back. Don't hold yourself back from what you are called to do. Okay? I'm talking to you. Don't hold yourself back. All right, y'all, I gotta go.